Hello, Region 8. My name is John Odell, and I will be one of the meet directors for the 2022 Region 8 Level 9 and 10 Regional Championships. EVELYN Chandler, the Regional Technical Committee Chair, will be the meet referee for this weekend. Deb KORNEGAY, the Regional Administrative Committee Chair, will be the meet administrator. You will be hearing from them later in this video. Joey Smith and Kenny Walker of 10.0 Scoring will oversee the scoring system this weekend. Tori Lewis of Elite Gym Supply will oversee the equipment. Maestro Music will be overseeing the sound systems. Throughout the weekend, there will also be several state chairs in the arena to answer any questions that you may have. For any pre-meet information, please go to www.level9-10regionals.com. You can also find this information through MeetMaker under 2022 Region 8 Level 9 and 10 Regional Championships. Upon arrival at the venue, note that the City of Concord charges a $7 parking fee for using the venue parking lot. They will only accept debit or credit cards. After parking, you will walk to the venue and parents will pay the admissions fee outside the venue at the ticket booth. Please note that this is cash only. Coaches and gymnasts will also check in at the ticket counter, which is located by the front doors. Coaches will have a wristband that they must wear throughout the entire competition so that we can identify you as signed in and verified through USA Gymnastics. It is imperative that all coaches attending the meet be registered through USA Gymnastics prior to the competition. This will expedite the check-in process so that we do not have to scan your membership card and verify your credentials. After entering the arena and passing through security, gymnasts, coaches, and spectators will enter the competition area on the second level. Spectators must remain on the second level. Gymnasts and coaches will walk down the stairs to your left. The entry point for gymnasts and coaches will be in Gym A near the head table. Gym B will be on the opposite side of the gym from the head table. We will be using a modified Capital Cup format. Due to the tight nature of this championships, we will follow this procedure. Each session will begin with a 20-minute general stretch and coaches meeting. As the 20 minutes gets close to conclusion, we will ask that Flight A athletes proceed to their first event to prepare for warm-ups. Upon announcement, the Flight A athletes will begin their first warm-up. With 2 minutes remaining and Flight A's uneven bars warm-up, we will ask that the Flight B athletes line up for their presentation of participating teams. Only the Flight B athletes will be formally lined up, but we will announce the teams in Flight A. Following Flight A's warm-up, we will have everyone stand for the playing of the national anthem. Once the national anthem concludes, Flight A athletes will begin competition, and Flight B athletes will begin their first warm-ups. All rotations will be announced. We will not use a continuous rotation. While we understand and appreciate that for many this isn't ideal, however, the number of qualified athletes dictates that we condense the pre-meet formalities. Thank you for understanding. Because we're still in a pandemic, please do not have your gymnasts approach the judges' tables. We will have staff to play your music as long as it is queued up and ready to go. However, you are more than welcome to play your own music. Coaches, because of the pandemic and because of the cost, we will not be providing you with catered food during the meet. There will be an area with snacks, water, and soft drinks for coaches who have back-to-back sessions. There is also a concession stand should you choose to purchase food. Additionally, outside food is not permitted in the arena. We apologize for this inconvenience. Trainers and medical personnel will be at the far end of Gym B should you need their assistance. There are restroom facilities located on the arena level for coaches, judges, athletes, and staff. Awards will be held in a separate area through a tunnel off of Gym B. Parents should walk down the stairs on the far side of Gym B and follow the signs to the awards area. We will be operating under a very tight schedule. If we are running behind in Gym B, open stretch for the next session will begin at the scheduled time in Gym A. Good luck to all the gymnasts competing at the 2022 Region 8, Level 9 and 10 Regional Championships. We are looking forward to seeing you in Concord, North Carolina.
Congratulations for qualifying your athletes to 9-10 regionals. We hope this video gives you some information that you need for a successful regional competition. All athletes that are 18 years and older must complete Safe Sport U110 before they may compete at regionals. So if you have somebody that has a birthday that turns 18 between now and regionals, they have to complete that or they will show up as pending and will not be able to compete. If you have an athlete who is petitioning to 9-10 regionals, besides sending petition form, letter from coach, medical excuse to EVELYN Chandler, RTC, and me, be sure to enter her in MeetMaker as a petition. Petitioned athletes will not be charged until they compete at regionals. If you entered her as a regular athlete and she's unable to compete, you'll have to request a refund from the meet host. If you have a high school senior, make sure you check the senior box when entering them in MeetMaker. You can add this as long as late registration is open. After that, email me. We will not be doing sizing of leotards and warm-ups again this year. Please fill in all your athletes' GK sizes in MeetMaker. Leotard is under the leotard drop-down, jacket is under the jacket drop-down, but leggings is under the division drop-down. And when you drop down, in division, it gives you a drop-down to pick a size under leggings. If you don't pick a size, it just leaves the word leggings in the spreadsheet. You can edit these sizes after you make the initial registration if needed. I will ask for your administrator and coaches for Level 9 Easterns and Level 10 DP Nationals prior to regionals. Please let me know at regionals if you did not send an email or have changes to those coaches. You can add or make changes to coaches until the sanction is closed. Once you enter the competition area, please have at least one of your coaches check in at the scores table as soon as possible. Rotation sheets will be taped down to the table and there will be highlighters provided. Please find your gym's name at the top part of the sheet and highlight it. This will shorten our roll call at the coaches meeting. If you have any scratches, please mark through their name with a pen, but leave their competition number showing. By doing this, if we must rearrange squads, we will be able to do it prior to the main coaches meeting. If scratches make the squads unbalanced, we will do a draw to move athletes to another squad to balance out the session. Your start event could change. You're looking at this rotation sheet. This is from last year's 6, 7, 8, and I just picked random teams to highlight. I didn't mean to scratch anybody on purpose. But if you'll see, the teams are highlighted up here where it lists all the names of the teams. And then down here we have one athlete who was unable to compete. We drew a line through her name and team, but we left her number up so that we could look her up in the computer and be able to scratch her. Even though you watch this entire video, you will still need to come to the first part of the coaches meeting during stretch of each session. There are 3 very good reasons for you to attend the coaches meeting. Although each age group of level 9s and 10s have 7 slots for athletes to qualify to nationals, there are times that Region 8 receives additional spots. Sometimes we do not know about those extra spots until during or after the competition. We will do scratches at every session, so we need to know any that you have. If scratches make the squads unbalanced, we will do a draw to even out the squads. Therefore, your starting event that has been published could change. We do a drawing at the beginning of every session. You have to be present to win. If you're not present, we draw another name. There will be a banner that says USA Gymnastics on each chief judge table, so your athlete can find the chief judge to salute at the beginning of the routine. I will enter qualified athletes to Easterns and DP Nationals. The Tim Moran Legends Fund will pay for your entry fees to Easterns and DP Nationals. You will receive a confirmation email from USA Gymnastics. Please let me know if any athletes are missing. Coaches of qualified athletes must fill out the coach's apparel forms before you leave the meet site. Please do not go in the apparel room when the athletes are in the room. All apparel and competition information is in the apparel room. Coaches must wear Region 8 apparel at nationals or your state account will be fined. At Level 10 Nationals, we will have an individual event specialist session called the wildcard session. Athletes from each region will qualify to the wildcard session, which will take place on Friday evening of DP Nationals. After regional competitions are over and all the spots, including extra spots for DP Nationals, are full, up to 22 invitations to the wildcard session will go out to regional athlete as follows. An invitation will go out to the next 2 all-around athletes with a minimum score of a 35, regardless of age group. Ties for the second spot will not be broken, therefore all ties in the second spot will be invited. An invitation will go out to the top 5 athletes on each event who have not already qualified to nationals or to the wildcard session as an all-arounder. They must have a minimum score of a 9.3 on their qualifying event. Ties in the 5th spot will not be broken. Therefore, all ties for the 5th spot will be invited to the wildcard session. A wildcard athlete keeps her DP Nationals alternate spot if she is an alternate. If a wildcard gymnast declines the invitation, we will not go to the next athlete. Also, if an all-around athlete gets pulled into nationals, we will not go to the next athlete. There are no alternates to the wildcard session. If a wildcard athlete competes in the Friday wildcard session, then gets pulled into nationals, she can compete at DP Nationals in her age group session. If an athlete gets pulled into nationals prior to the wildcard session, she will not compete in the wildcard session. Training camp forms will be available at regionals. The address book form is online. And we don't have a regional congress this year, but National Congress is in Tampa, and it's August 18th through the 21st.
Oh, hi. I'm Evelyn Chandler, and I'm your Regional Technical Director. I also have the privilege of being your meet referee at the spring competitions. And I want to go over a few things since we're here, and I'm multitasking just as you do every day. But some of the more common things I'd like to remind you of are stud earrings only. They also please have the leotards below the hip bone. And the one thing that we hate to do is take a deduction on a gymnast if the coach forgets to record. So if you happen to have a skill that needs to be evaluated in advance, please do so right now. That I'm going to be at the score table or on the floor, so if you need to find out a start value that you missed, because they're all going to be flashed, as well as scores for each individual judge. But if you happen to need something, come see me first. Please do not approach the judges. You do need to know, though, if there's an inquiry, it is possible that the score could go down. So let's discuss that in advance. Only athletes permitted on the floor. And this is a true draw, which means you will not be able to rearrange the order in order to accommodate bar settings. I gotta go.